what's up? It's your girl Symphonie, and this is your Sunday self-check. So about 2 weeks ago, we were talking about how Saul made such a big, even though it was small, a big mistake that basically cost him and forfeited his eternal blessing for a temporary one. So I started digging more into 1 Samuel, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm truly learning from Saul's mistakes. Saul is making a whole lot of mistakes in this. So the first mistake basically cost him something that was supposed to be eternal, right? So now let me show you how this mistake that he makes now gets God to completely reject and resent Saul's kingship, basically. So we go to 1 Samuel 15. We're going to see that God tells Samuel to tell Saul, go to this place and kill these people, for it is time to defeat them now. So Samuel does exactly what God tells him to do. He goes on over to Saul and he tells Saul, this is what you need to do. Yes, God was using him as a hitman for sure. So Saul and his army went on over and went to kill everyone, but they didn't listen to exactly what God said. Yes, they did kill everyone, but they spared the king, and they spared the sheep, they spared the cattle, they spared the cows, they spared everything that was worth something to them. The Bible tells us that they killed everything that seemed worthless, and they kept everything that seemed like it could be of worth to them. So it was like a half obedient job. So later on in the text, now God comes to Samuel and says something that I don't think anyone ever wants to hear God say. God says, I am sorry that I ever made Saul king, for he has not been loyal to me and has refused to obey my command. Samuel was so deeply moved by this that he cried out to God the entire night for Saul. So we now see Samuel go over to Saul and ask him, what did you do? You were supposed to kill everyone. You had one job, kill everyone and move on. And you know what Saul says? He said, but I did all this so that I could bring the sheep and the cattle and everything over to your temple and we can sacrifice it to God. How many times have we made mistakes? Have we halfway obeyed God, not fully obeyed him, and then come to his presence and said, but God, I still did this for you instead. It's like a little, you're trying to compromise with God. It's like a drug dealer goes and sells all these drugs, harming all these people that buy it, and then says, well, God, I'm bringing all the money to you so you can build a church. I'm bringing $500,000. Or how about the people that go and terrorize places and then blame God for it? It has nothing to do with God, but we're trying to make excuses for our disobedience when we know flat out we were wrong. Sis, you were wrong. We all do it. Your mama does it. I do it. Your brother does it, your sister does it, your pastor might do it. We all do it. But I think it's time where God really wants us to realize that if he says something, we have to do it. If he said go, we have to go. If he said do it, we have to do it. It reminds me of the story of Jonah as well. Jonah was scared to go, and because of that, he got stuck in a whale instead. We just have to obey. It is the time for obedience to strike. It is the time for us to be obedient in God's eyes and be obedient in everything that he tells us to do. We can't keep trying to be good in the world if we're not focused on hearing the well done that God has for us. All I want to hear is hear him say, well done, good and faithful servant. We can't keep seeking to make our parents happy, make our teachers happy, make our boss happy, make our spouse happy, and not seeking to make God happy. Don't let what the world has defined as good determine what God defines as good. But if you read his word, then you would know that. So now's the season, now's the time. I'm really checking y'all today. It's Sunday self-check. Now is the season for us to focus on God's word, hear him, and obey him fully. No more half excuses. No more half obedience. We're going full force, full on this year. I love you guys so much. I hope you like this video. Go ahead and like it if you loved it. And go ahead and comment down below. And you can go ahead and subscribe as well, because you know you're going to be back anyway. And you know you're watching the videos, so you might as well subscribe as well. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye.